Hayden, first race, 2021 Super League Triathlon Championship Series, and you're top of the podium. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome feeling. First time on the top step, and I think finally the first person to finally take down Vincent. He's a sensational athlete, and it was going to take a special day to beat him. And just to beat Vincent and to beat Johnny on home turf was a pretty amazing feeling today. Those boys were fighting out the front. They were tactically strong, they were physically strong, and it took a lot of might to take them out. And I was looking at the big screen coming down the home straight, and I just saw Vincent coming down like an absolute freight train. He was sprinting me down, and I just had to close my eyes and sprint as hard as I can to get home. So stoked to finally take the tape today.
So talk us across the three stages. Where do you think you won it?
I don't think I had it at all at any stage. For me, it was just to have a real good start on the swim, which I did. It was a great swim for me, fourth out of transition. And for me, it was to also get a short shoot. So I really was aggressive and really attacked that first bike hard. Got my short shoot and then just really relaxed on the run, because I knew I needed those run legs in the next stage to get some sort of time gap on the swim, and dove in first on the second round and tried to hold on as long as I could, and only a 7-second deficit, so pretty happy with that too. And then coming up to the last round, 9 seconds back, so really had to push hard to get onto Johnny and Vincent. I couldn't get my feet in, so I had to bridge up to them with my feet out. And once I finally got them, just had to we work with them to keep away from everyone else, but also just try to be as tactical as possible. And it was actually lucky I didn't get go onto the front on the last lap, because I actually thought we had a lap to go, but the boys started taking their shoes off, and I was like, oh crap, I better start taking my shoes off, because I honestly thought I had another lap, so I could have got a 5-second penalty there if I was on the front. And then going to the run, having my short shoot, I knew I didn't want to take on the first one, and on the second one I just had to catch those boys as fast as I could after the swim, because I knew I'd probably have a deficit. And I still didn't know if I still had it, because I just saw Vincent coming. He was coming like an absolute train, and I think I only knew I had it probably in the last 30 metres, so pretty stoked to get that one.
So on stage 3, when you jumped back into the swim, I mean, obviously the boys there, Vince and Johnny, great swimmers, and you hung with them. Did you have to dig deep for that one? Yeah,
I had to dig pretty deep. I had to think of my technique as well, because I knew I couldn't thrash the water, so just nice and smooth, but also try and keep on the feet. I think both times they're just real strong around the boys, and that's where I lost them both times, around the boys. And came out of the water 5 seconds behind, which is for me is a fantastic result. I'm normally a long way behind, more than that. I knew those boys were gunning for it, and Johnny and I normally dived in beside each other, and there was no point in fighting. I just let Johnny get the feet, because I knew he was capable of that, and then if I could hold on to Johnny for as long as I can, that's what I did. So I had to be tactically aware, because there's no point in fighting right beside Johnny, because it would just slow both of us down, and it worked perfectly for both of us.
You had that short shoot to take. Was there ever a thought you might take it lap 1, or did you always decided it was number 2?
I think being a little bit more experienced in Super League now, it was one of the first short shoots I've had, and I've obviously studied it a little bit and not knowing when to take it. And I remember in Mallorca when Johnny took a stage earlier than Vincent did, and it didn't work for him, so I had to reverse that and use on the last lap on Vincent, because I think mentally, if I took it on the first lap, I still would have been in front, and I still would have gone hard, but I think I would have probably got caught, just because. Yeah, you just don't mentally have that drive for an extra kilometre for 1,200 metres. So held it on for as long as I could, then used it on the last lap, and just dug deep and gritted and just kept on going.
And how important is this in terms of the series and in terms of your priorities? You've come away from the Olympics with a medal. Now you're in Super League, like you said, you've got some experience. Do you think you can win this thing overall?
I think I'm an athlete that doesn't think of winning a lot. I just want to perform as well as I can, and not think about the result, but just just think about the process and not think about the outcome. So, if I race tactically, the outcome will be as good as it is going to be, and that's exactly what happened today. I don't know what to expect. It's been 2 years since I've raced this sort of format. To come away on the top step was nearly more than I expected. Just after the games, just haven't had a blowout as I wanted to. There's go out and see friends and family, as I physically can't get back home. So to come here and just just enjoy racing and not worry about racing for points or Olympic points or anything like that. It's just a great time, and the atmosphere is fantastic here. And I think everyone's in the same boat. That is, if you don't enjoy Super League racing, like, you probably should just quit triathlon, because the atmosphere here and the experience that we get around the athletes and the team of Super League is just it's sensational.
And just finally then, this is the first time Super League's come to London. There were big crowds out today, really big crowds. What was it like racing in this environment?
Yeah, it was just like racing Leeds. I think half of Leeds were here as well, but Alex is a local here from London, and then you've got Johnny and all the British girls here too, and so you had an awesome atmosphere supporting them. But there's actually quite a few Kiwis here as well. I know there's a lot of Kiwis based here in London, so it was nice to see some familiar faces, and a friend of mine also who is actually from the town I'm from in New Zealand was here too. So. He also went to the Olympics for the marathon, so it was great to see him here and see familiar faces. So and it was actually the second time being here in the CBD, and it's an aggressive course. It's rough, which I really enjoy. My mountain bike skills really came to play today, and the swim was real sharp and short, and like overall it's a great experience. And you can't get a better place in the middle of a CBD, to be honest. Like, you're always going to get crowd support, but today was massive, so it was real good to see crowds back and racing.
Great. Thank you very much, Hayden. Congratulations.
Cheers. Thanks, mate.